One of the main issues that I have with the Xteink is that the case that it came with that is available on the website is a magnetic case that's it's very lightweight, doesn't add a lot to the device. But as you can see, 3 of the sides of the device are completely exposed to falls, damage, anything like that. These 3 sides are fully exposed. And I am a very clumsy person, and this is a major concern for me because 3 of actually my previous e-readers I broke by dropping them or by being clumsy, and I didn't want this to be the case for the Xteink X3, and so I've always been on the lookout for other cases that might be more protective, and in fact for most of my other devices I got cases that are more as protective as they can be. And so far, there's not a lot of available ones, and the ones that are available are not extremely protective if you look to Amazon, etc. But I ended up finding one that was available on AliExpress, was not too expensive, looked pretty protective, and so I decided to buy it. And so instead of this black case that comes with the X3, which is pretty boring black, I have this. This is, as far as I understand, it comes from China or Hong Kong. It's from AliExpress, and it's arrived right in the middle of this European heatwave. And as far as I understand, it's a 3D printed case, and it's arrived today. I've not opened it yet, but oh, very cool. It has here, you can see the ring for a MagSafe ring. So if you want to attach your case to a phone, you can put a ring here. I don't think I'll actually use that, but it's pretty cool. This is normally what you get for applying a screen protector, but this doesn't include a screen protector, so I'm not entirely sure what that is about. And then here we have what I'm assuming are the buttons, and the reset button's not included, which makes sense. And then 2 of these ones. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Now the instructions to build this aren't included, so I'll have to figure this out a little bit myself, but I will try to now assemble it and place my X3 inside. So here's the case. I'm pretty happy with it. I'd actually forgotten. I think this was one of the reasons I ordered it, that it exposes the charging pins, which is great because I don't have to be removing it out of the case every time that I want to charge it. And as you can see, there's quite a pretty good margin, maybe about ½ centimeter or so, between the surface of the case and the surface of the X3. And all the buttons are protected, so that the screen obviously isn't fully protected. It's always difficult to fully protect it. And the caveat is that with the original case, when you've got it closed, then you know that the screen is always protected. But in this case, you know that pretty much every side is protected, except for the screen if something a bit sharper kind of like pokes into it. So there are some, some different ways that you need to be careful with it that you wouldn't need to be careful with the original case. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. The installation is a little bit of work, but nothing crazy. I had to do that extra bit to get the button to kind of like fit into place. But for something that was really cheap off AliExpress, I don't mind it too much. And other reviews seem to say as well that they're happy with it. I'm gonna leave the link for this case on the description below so that you can get it if you're interested. And then I'm going to try to use it for a few days, see how I feel about it, see how it behaves. But I'm quite happy with it because I now finally have something that's more protective and that kind of makes up for my clumsiness, which is great. So I'll see you next time.